You see, some Nigerian pastors are the reason why my child is like this. Some Nigerian pastors are the reason why we have a lot of special needs children around Nigeria. I was pregnant of my son. I was attending a Thursday program. Every Thursday we go to church to pray. Assure us that we are going to give birth as Hebrew women. Some of these pastors don't even encourage you going for antenatal. Some of them, they believe once you come to their church, your problem is over. Pregnant of this my son, I was told by my pastor that I should not allow anyone to do a C-section for me, otherwise I will buy. What he did was he automatically put fear in me. So while I was pregnant, I just knew that I wasn't going for CS. I was always praying that I'm going to give birth like a Hebrew woman. I did not go for a CS because my pastor have already told me that if I do, I'm going to buy. Even when my pregnancy was 40 weeks, it was already my due date. I stayed 40 weeks, 41 weeks, 42 weeks, 43 weeks, labor was not coming. When I called my pastor and I told him that, sir, I have overstayed my due date and my doctor is already calling me, I should come, let them induce me. My pastor was very angry and said, why will I be induced? That Hebrew women don't get induced. This session, just inducement. So after much, I have to call him that I still have to go to the hospital. When I was going, he called me to come, and when I get there, he gave me olive oil and anointing oil to take to the hospital. While in labor, I should be drinking then. Is that not wickedness? My doctor told me that, madam, you need to be induced. This is your 43 weeks going to 44 weeks. It's unlike pregnancy. You need to be induced. I was young and naive. I wasn't that much. I was young, that's true, but I was naive because it's not even a bad age that these pastors get to our head. You see, after much, my family insisted I was induced. I was induced on Monday. Labors came Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I did not give birth. The doctor suggests a CS. I almost fainted. Actually, I was scared. I was so scared. This fear was like, CS, my pastor have already prophesied in Thursday's church that when I do a CS that I will buy. So I was scared. I refused. I said I'm not going to do a CS. I will give birth like Hebrew women eventually. So almost 4 days of my labor, I was already weak. The baby inside me was already weak. I was scared. The doctors were warning me, madam, go for a CS. I called my pastor. My pastor even came to the hospital with some of his prayer warriors and they were praying. Eventually, I gave birth. My son was weak. My son was very weak and I was as well weak. I don't want these videos to be long. I'm going to drop a part 2 to continue this story. Just watch us for part 2.